Hey guys, oh I'm late. I am so late. So Ursula will be appearing in the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia in less than 12 hours by the time I finish record this. So yes, I'm very late, but doesn't matter. Let's go. Ursula is gonna be the newest character that we will be getting in the upcoming The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global, and she sort of reminds me of Naruto because of her skill. The first skill is called Tenketsu, which actually applies the buff, her own buff, which increases her attack at max bravery by 30%, as well as apply a Tenketsu debuff, which allows her to actually inflict weakness damage. So this allows her to fully utilize spears like Preach and Zell, since the condition for hitting weakness damage is easily applied for her. And then her second skill is Chakra. And Chakra actually means the energy point in your body, and it's actually widely used in Naruto as a form to use all those ninja skills. So that's also a particular reason why I actually say that this girl actually reminds me of Naruto. So both her skill 2 and her EX are actually free turn skill. Her skill 2 batteries the party and doesn't consume her own bravery when dealing the HP dumps. So, and her EX actually ignore defense and applied the party buff, which increase attack by 40% and max bravery by 40%. But what makes her so special is actually her unique LD though. So for starters, you want to use her LD first to upkeep the LD buff and to refresh users of her unique HP attack that comes from using the LD. The LD will grant her one free ability, which normally you'll want to use it on Chakra, because her skill 1, although sounds useful, is just a filler for her to use when you want to move on to the next unit, since her skill 2 and her EX are free turns. The HP attack she got from the LD is actually quite unique though. It depends on the number of allies that is still alive in your party, then it will change how much her HP dump will be. Like if there's 3 allies with maximum HP, and then she'll deal the maximum damage by 3 HP dumps, because it fully depends on the HP of the allies itself. It doesn't consume her own bravery as well, and it extends the buff by 1 turn. So essentially, Ursula works sort of like a turn hogger, where you can actually run her with a lot of units that actually benefits from turn hogger, like Cloud of Darkness, Kane. The only different part is she's a support instead of a DPS. So for every turn she takes, she doesn't deal the maximum damage that you would expect her to be compared to a unit like Tidus or Terra. She does, however, though, can provide the best battery to the parties to make sure that the follow-up damage can be dealt at a maximum level. And she also has this very unique mechanism where she can take a free turn before the party member if the party member turn is after the enemy turn. So if you're running her, she can benefit more from boss that take turns instead of just regular no boss turn. Don't get me wrong though, she can actually work really well if you're not planning to get the boss any turn, but she can also benefit from the boss getting turns in this case. All in all, she's a very strong party battery, which we haven't been getting that quite a while, so I think she's quite unique to be added on into the party as a buffer as well as a battery player. And she also has unique HP attack from her LD, which is honestly quite common these days, especially with units like Lena who just came out. Also have her HP attack changed from her LD. But like I said, do note that because as a support, she doesn't deal the max damage HP dumps on her own, and the fact that she turn hogs a lot requires her to be extremely careful with especially the Lufenia Orb. Although we are entering the garbage era where Lufenia Orb is not as lethal as we thought, and right now she may be able to carry you through a lot of content at the beginning of Crystal Level 90 era, but I'm not sure on the later part though. I mean, because we're entering an era where everyone can be carried with the right character, so I'm not sure how her longevity in this era fare. But she does come back later during her Lost chapter with an FR, and it's extremely good later down the line because of how fast she can charge the FR itself. Because for just an upcoming hint, units that actually gain a lot of free turns and deal a lot of buff and batteries to the party can actually charge the force gauge faster, so you might want to keep that in mind. Okay, so for this last part, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna talk about what kind of unit that she actually benefits from running with, based on my analysis, of course. This may not be entirely true because I did not have Ursula in my JP account, so I might make some mistake. So do let me know if I'm wrong. First of all, I think Cloud of Darkness is going to be one of the very good unit that pairs very well with her because of how she can maximize the party's battery and the fact that she of course has a lot of turn hogging on her side. I think Kain can also benefits a little bit, but the fact that Kain is always on the air means that the battery part won't be as needed as Cloud of Darkness does compared to having Ursula in the party. Personally, I haven't checked whether core would be very efficient with Ursula, but the fact that Ursula actually extends her buff means that core buff can last longer even if Ursula takes up a lot of turn. So I think core himself can also benefit from Ursula's constant battery because core also only does 1 HP dumps every time he follow-ups. So yep, I think core can benefit as well. I think the saddest part about Ursula though is the fact that she doesn't provide any bravery gain up despite the fact that she's a battery. In that sense, I don't think she'll work too well against unit with Machina. I mean, she does provide bravery damage plus 30% and HP damage plus 20%, but the fact that Machina relies a lot on bravery gain means that if you want to run them together, you might need to use Kate Sith LD or run him in the party to maximize Machina's damage. And I forget to mention one more thing, which is her LD buff allows the party to maintain their bravery above 20% of their own max bravery. So this sort of works like Iroha, except the fact that they cannot go below that, so the party is basically unbreakable at this point. This is actually really good with units that has a lot of HP dump as well, like Sidrain or maybe Van. But the fact that, like I said, the fact that she doesn't have any brave gain up is sort of disappointing because with the fact that she has this unique mechanism, can actually pair really well if she has brave gain up in her kit. So essentially, I am just talking about units that benefit from turn hoggers and a little bit extra from the fact that she has this unique 20% max bravery floor. So are you pulling for her? If you're pulling for her, do let me know what kind of team comp that you think would work really well with her as well. I might miss some, and for me personally, I don't really want her right now. I want her during her Lost chapter with the FR weapon, but I might throw some tickets only because the fact that she has Machina's BT in her banner, and that's the one I really want to get. I haven't get him from the last 2 banner, so I hope I can get him here, but I'm not gonna pull very hard though, so because if I don't get Machina, I'm okay with getting Noel, and of course I'm gonna get Locke. So I will be getting 2 of the $1 million gang. It just depends on whoever arrives first, so looks like Machina is let's just hope Machina can arrive so I can skip Noel, or maybe I can go for Noel and skip Machina. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and tuning in for the next time. Cheers guys.